I hope you guys are fine. I am here to kind of discuss with you the historic day. Why is it a historic day? Obviously, because the Indian women's team took the field in whites. That's the special part. In whites for the first time in 7 years. And in the Indian domestic circuit also, the red ball format was stopped has been stopped since 2018. So actually in the past 3 years, this is the first match that the Indian women's team is playing in the with the red ball. So when you criticize them in your social media platform, or when you praise them, just keep this in mind. Now going straight away to the first session. The first session, I would say, obviously, I mean, why I would say, everyone would say, belong to none other than the England openers, Beaumont and Winfield. But having said that, there was a bright side, and that bright side to the Indian bowling attack was none other than, which she has been the bright spot for 20 years now, Jhulan Goswami. She bowled well and she bowled superbly. She deserved a wicket. She got a chance. Unlucky to have missed out on one. Smriti Mandana dropped a catch in the slips. But eventually, there was a breakthrough that Pooja Vastrakar gave, and the catch was a fantastic catch by Tanya Bhatia. The and the way the England batters batted, initially in the 5, 7, 10 overs, they didn't take any sort of chance. They just let the bowlers come to them, let the bowlers bowl to them, and just let that difficult session, or I would say the initial time, to just go, because they knew the pitch is such that if you get stuck in the wicket, like if you bat for long, you will get runs, and that is exactly what happened. Winfield got out and Heather Knight came and played a captain's knock. She deserved the 100, but as an Indian supporter, I'm glad she didn't get it. Because 5 more runs, well, I mean, you don't want a single run to be scored, right? But she played beautifully. She hit all the balls that was there in her zone where she could have hit the ball, and that is exactly the plan that the England batters had, and they executed it superbly well. India, on the other hand, probably lacked a little bit of variation in the bowling lineup, because you have three, especially in the spin department, where you could have had variation with Ekta Bish, the left arm spinner. There was Poonam Yadav, the leg spinner, and quite a successful leg spinner, and at that. But the team went with Sneh Rana, who is making a comeback, and what a comeback! But we'll talk about the comeback. Let's talk about the second session. I think in the second session also, if you actually look at it, Sneha Rana and Deepthi, I think, didn't get the right pace to bowl at, and that resulted in them bowling, but not really bowling that well, or causing that many issues of concern, which meant that England went on their merry way. The only good part was that England didn't, never really got away with the game. They never really scored at 4, 5 runs per over. So that part actually helped India in restricting them to 260, 270 odd at the end of today's play. Now, if I speak about the third session, obviously the best part was not only that they got the speed, the correct speed to bowl at. In test matches, you have to, if whatever you're bowling is not working, then you have to change something up, and that is what they did in the third session. Sneh Rana, if you remember, started coming round the wickets at times. The third wicket fell at 2:30, and then it was a flurry of wickets. LBWs, they were bowling a little fast. They didn't allow the batters to play in the back, to sit back and play in the back foot. They were hurrying the batters, which overall resulted in quick wickets. And we keep talking about batting partnerships. We barely mention bowling partnerships. think of the partnership between Sneha Rana and Deepti that actually got India back into the game today. And I hope this partnership continues tomorrow. Before I go into what India can look up to tomorrow, let's look at some of the bright spots today. As I said, Jhulandi upfront was fantastic. Other than that, if you noticed, you will see Shafali Verma took a fantastic catch, that's there. But apart from that, she has been throwing herself around, which shows a more improvement in her fielding than we have seen in the past. The other person whose fielding has improved a lot, and that can be seen in every series, that's none other than the captain herself. A diving stop right in the first session, which obviously shows her commitment. She has been, she has also thrown herself around. uh, Harmanpreet Kaur, the ground fielding still, it was okay, but what wasn't okay was the catching. Deepti Sharma, Smriti Mandana, all of them dropped, both of them dropped pretty much regulation catches. Otherwise, probably England could have been one more wicket down. The runs could have been less. There could have been many could have beens. But yes, the fielding is something that India needs to concentrate on. The other thing, for tomorrow morning, because India took the new ball a little late, they didn't take it in the 80th over. So the new ball is almost completely fresh. So when they come out tomorrow morning, Shikha Pandey will get the swing going, and so will Jhulan Goswami. The only thing that I'm a touch worried about is the fact that they played 92 overs, and it's not easy to play 3 sessions. Uh, you will say that in a one-day match they play 50 overs, but in a test match they play 100 overs. But you don't play 100 overs like continuously session wise, because remember, in a test match it's also about the mindset, because every session you have to focus, change the mindset. And in a one day match it's different. T20s, I'm not even going into them. So what will be important to see, how exhausted will this Indian team be mentally and physically to come back tomorrow morning and use the new ball to their advantage. If India can actually bowl out England between somewhere around 315, 320 or even lesser, uh, India is very much in the game, because do not forget, this team bats till number 11. Everybody can bat. When you see a Shikha Pandey's name right, at the bottom at number 11, you know how good the batting side is. And it is. Pooja Vastrakar can bat, Sneha Rana can bat, uh, Shikha Pandey can bat, Jhulan Goswami can bat, everybody can bat. All the bowlers can bat, and all the batters, I mean, run up to number 11, which means 315, 320 shouldn't be a difficult target, because there's no demons in the pitch as yet. So what we will do is, we will wait for tomorrow. And what you guys will do? Simple. You guys will watch this video, like, share and subscribe to our channel. Follow us in Facebook, Instagram. Well, you don't need to work hard. We have put all the links in the description below. Just go to the links, whichever ones you want. Subscribe, share, follow, tag, do whatever you feel like. Share, actually give your views as well on what do you think went right for the Indian team, what do you think they could have done better. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Also, don't forget, Orgo is coming with some very good, reviews or match analysis of the Euro 2020. I will also join him at times. In short, Sports Addiction is your one-stop sports destination. See you, and please stay safe, take care, and stay at home until unless it's extremely necessary for you guys to go out. Bye.